Mind should be in peace in these trying times. Eyes are closed, sitting or lying down, and being comfortable. We are learning how to cope with isolation due to coronavirus. Staying home, confined inside the home, but the mind is jumping all around. It has made its habit to go out, even if there is no necessity. Even if we are intelligent, we understand enough that it is not good to go out. We know it is not in these trying times. We know, the mind and the intellect knows, that we should not go outside, we should not put ourselves into a dangerous situation where this coronavirus can infect us. We hear the announcement that it is essential. It is not to move outside for anything that is non-essential, but understand the mind. Mind is jumping around. It has made its habit of running outside with people in the mall or the store. Why the mind has acquired this habit? Out of, even if there is no necessity. We have heavily conditioned our mind to run outside for the sake of pleasure. This mind is heavily conditioned and always looking for pleasure outside. And that pleasure, the mind claims, is happiness. So the mind is pushing outside, but there is a fear of the virus, so the mind creates an opposite pattern, a reaction. The moment the mind says, I have to go out, the intellect says no, and there comes a conflict in the mind. The mind claims I am isolated, and in that isolation, in that feeling of isolation, that leads to anxiety, stress, depression. So the first point we have understood that isolation comes when the mind is pushing me because of the habit to seek pleasure outside, either for the window shopping or for non-essential things. So that creates a conflict and gives an idea of an isolation. What if the mind starts seeking happiness? This is perhaps the right time. Normally when I ask people, oh come on, let us meet. No, I don't have time, I'm fully busy. Now you are free. Being too much busy, not giving your mind a space to think about yourself is also a big problem. So now there is a right time. So just think, let me move the mind inside. without any thoughts coming from the past. So eyes are closed and make yourself comfortable. The mind will react. So we make it respond. How? Just be comfortable. How you become comfortable? Simple way. Eyes are closed, sitting or lying down position. Check that position is without any unease and reaction. In that state, move the mind on the neck joint. Your body is not moving, because the moment the body starts moving, the mind will fill in rush all the previous thoughts of craving, reaction, running. Don't move the mind, don't move the body. Move the mind on the neck joint. So neck joint is not moving to the mind. It means the body is not moving. Why? We are raising the bar of awareness in the mind to break the habitual pattern which wants to run after the things of the world. So when you move the mind on the neck joint, be there. Feel the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. There are always two parts, major steps in every meditation. The first step is the personal effort. That all the steps leads to the preparation. And when the mind starts facing inside, it becomes an effortlessness. So when Buddha says, or other masters says, the meditation is effortless and natural, but our mind is unnatural. First we have to show the mind the right path, and that is why being comfortable. So move the mind on the shoulder joints. Just do, even if you join the middle, you just continue. Mind goes to the shoulder joints. Be there, feel the presence and sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the hip joint. You see, we feel discomfort only first from the joints in the body. Why? The mind says you can move easily these joints, and that the mind engages in that reaction and we forget what we are doing. That is why we are preparing in a very simple, natural way. So move the mind on the knee joints. Be there. Feel the presence. And experience sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. Move the mind on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. The mind moves on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Feel the sensation. When the mind goes to the body, how do I know the body? Through the sensation. And the sensation tells you, it gives you the knowledge. What is that knowledge? You are comfortable. but I take your mind to the next step. You also experience the steadiness, understanding. You do it with clarity. Then what happens? Then the mind stops dictating you. So why I ask you to experience the sense of steadiness? You maintain that awareness and alertness, and that prevents the mind to go out. Rather, the mind stops going out on its own without creating a sense of isolation or loneliness. But when you do the practice again and again, then only it will lead you not only to an understanding but also to an experience. Because during many days of isolation confined in our house, mind has deposited very reactive impressions, and that drains the mind and the energy. We have to do something to bring this prana back, and there is a simple way. You start inhaling deep, first into the belly, then into the rib cage. Lips remain together. While breathing out, make the humming sound louder, deeper, longer. 10 times only, without moving the body. You always inhale through the nose, so that will help you maintain your awareness. Always keep the body steady. Take a deeper breath. Continue doing the humming sound. Longer the humming sound, better it is. It will help the mind to start looking inside rather than facing to the world. When there is a social confinement, what is going to happen? It will dissolve and drop that reaction. Last time now. Stop humming. When we do this humming prana, that we see in Eastern wisdom starts rising up. Along with it, it also helps the mind to rise. What is that rise? It is rise in consciousness. Rise in consciousness starts changing the mind. Now, in the next step, we will settle in deep relaxation by an effortless step. Move the mind on the entire head and the neck. The mind is moving, the body is not moving. So when you move the mind on the entire head and the neck and stay there for a few seconds, you experience the deepening of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Many of you from the previous step, mind jumps deep within. It leads to a variety of experiences. That includes tingling, numbness in the body. You may feel as if the body is rising or sinking into the floor. You are in safe hands. Do nothing. Recognize, accept, continue the journey. Move the mind on the right arm. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. How it is happening without doing anything, because the mind is moving inside, mind is facing to our true nature. And the true nature is of permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. The mind facing to the inside or to the self brings this experience. Your mind may reason, and I'm giving you the simple answer. When you do regular practice, minimum 5 sessions of this, and you will see that. Move the mind on the left arm. Be there. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the chest and the belly. What is the meaning of moving the mind on the chest and the belly? You are becoming aware of the chest and the belly. That awareness brings the sensation there. You continue to feel the presence of the mind there. The mind starts facing inside, and it leads to relaxation and stillness. Move the mind on the right leg. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Move the mind on the left leg. Just make sure the mind is looking the left leg, means mind is aware. The mind has moved there. You feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Now move the mind on the entire body, means you are aware of the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. How the mind is moving on the entire body, as if the mind is touching every cell of the skin of your body. As if when you are under a shower, the water flows down from the top of the head to the toes. Experience sensation, relaxation, and stillness. The mind that is reacting, feeling isolation, wants to run outside to break that isolation or loneliness. In these trying times, that mind may pull you, but with your awareness, you maintain sensation, relaxation, and stillness there. And in that state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness, even if the mind is running, so we have to calm down the mind inside. So move the mind from the top of the head to the toes. Or maybe move the mind in the spine from the top of the head to the tailbone and sing in your mind Shantuham, with the understanding, with the feeling. So how to arouse that feeling? Move the mind from inside the spine, from the top of the head to the tailbone. Become aware of the space or a darkness inside. When you're looking into the darkness inside in the space, your mind is singing mentally, Shantuham, means I am the peace. You may also say it in English or the Sanskrit, doesn't matter, as long as mind is looking inside the spine in the space. I'll tell you the secret today. And then move the mind from the tailbone to the top of the head. Shantuham. Shantu means I am the peace. Or you can simply say, moving the mind from the top of the head to the tailbone. Only one small condition, you are looking into the space or darkness or blankness, then only you sing, I am the peace. And you are moving the mind from the top of the head to the tailbone, and from the tailbone to the top of the head. Shanti or Sukha. We say Sukha. That combines the experience of peace and happiness. So this Sukha. Su means good and Kha means space. And the meaning of the word Sukha is peace and happiness. What is that secret? When you allow the mind to perceive and experience the infinite space with awareness and attention, it awakens to peace and happiness. So we are not doing anything extraordinary, such as simple. At the same time, what will happen? That the mind which is experiencing isolated or loneliness will start dropping and dissolving by itself in the presence of peace and happiness inside. Regular practice will make the mind believe, why to run outside? Why don't you move the mind inside? Why don't the mind live inside to explore and experience peace and happiness? Continue. You see that now we move to the final stage. Doing nothing. When the mind moves within, lives within, I explained you the two major steps of meditation. Now comes the second, effortlessness. In that state of sensation, relaxation, stillness, mind living within, look at the breath only. Let the breath. Now the mind will enjoy moving the breath. Enjoy watching the breath going in and coming out. A state of doing nothing. A state of effortlessness. A state of naturalness. At least, we are just outside our home. And I ask you, where are you? No, I'm just outside my home. And the other guy, I call him, where are you? I'm just outside the home, even if he's 1,000 miles away. So the guy who is 1,000 miles away has to prepare, have to reach to the outside. So we don't know about our mind. So simply saying effortlessness and just to focus, no, don't focus. Effortlessness is mindfulness. It will not work. Now do nothing actually. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Become aware of the right hand, aware of the left hand. Open your eyes slowly. Bring the hands down and sit up.